What's going on, guys? So I bought another console from GameStop. This time I got a Nintendo 64 and it's a used one, and if you're familiar with what GameStop is doing nowadays, they actually sell retro consoles. So yeah, basically I picked this up from GameStop, ordered it online. I think it was like $90. It actually comes with a few games, and this is the actual box it came with. I just ripped off the shipping label. But basically in this video I'm going to open it up, see what we got inside, see what kind of condition it's in, make sure it actually works and that sort of thing. So before I open this thing up, go ahead and like and comment on this video. If we hit 3,000 likes, I'm going to pick a random comment from the video and I'm going to send you a Nintendo 64 from GameStop. So basically you'll send me the address you want me to send it to. I'll go on GameStop's website, purchase the Nintendo 64 and send it straight to you. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what's inside. Got a sharp knife here, as always. Be careful with knives if you're not used to using them. So if you've seen some of my other unboxings of GameStop consoles, sometimes it doesn't go very well. This time it actually seems like it's packaged pretty well, so I'm happy about that. Alright, so I got a packing slip in here, so let me go ahead and grab that out. Alright guys, so this is the packing slip. Hopefully you can read that. But basically it came with the Nintendo 64 along with 3 games. And it was actually called the Blast from the Past Competition Bundle for some reason. So it comes with Wave Race 64, Pokemon Stadium, console, and Diddy Kong Racing. So it's a pretty decent price, $96 including tax. Well, maybe not a great price, but you know, considering all things GameStop, not too bad. So here it is. We got some bubble wrap on top, and first thing we pull out is Wave Race. So we'll kind of just take a look at everything real quick, set to the side, and then we'll take a deeper look at it. And here's Pokemon Stadium. Apparently it belongs to Albert S. Lee. That's interesting. And here's Diddy Kong Racing. So far they actually look in pretty decent condition. Here is my controller. Not bad either. And here's what we all want to see, the console. So we got our power supply, AV cables, and now the real show, the console. So it's just kind of like a standard, gray console. I was actually looking to get one of those like clear, translucent, green or orange consoles, but they were all sold out in GameStop, unfortunately. So I just picked up this, gray bundle, which seemed like a pretty decent deal. And then on the bottom you got more bubble wrap. So I'm actually pretty surprised with how GameStop wrapped this thing up. The last console I bought was an Xbox One, and it was just like shoved in a box really terribly. So I'm pretty impressed with how this one came out. So let's go ahead and take a more in-depth look at everything I got. So here is the console. As you can see, it's kind of got the label in front, which is kind of scuffed up a little bit, but not too bad for how old of a console it is. It's kind of got some scratches and scuffs on it, but it's really not too bad. Usually I see these stickers are kind of peeled off, but that one's still there. That side's not bad, got some scuffs. On top, it's got a few scuffs and scratches, but not terrible, all things considered. On the bottom, we got this sticker. I'm not sure what this sticker right here is for. Probably like a GameStop sticker or something. And you got your little expansion port. I don't know if they ever actually use this expansion port for anything, but you got it. So that's the console, pretty decent condition. Now let's put that to the side and take a look at the controller and the games. So here is the controller, and the main thing with Nintendo 64 controllers that people are usually concerned about is this little joystick, because it's super low quality. I mean, these things got destroyed really easily, but to be honest, this thing is actually in pretty solid condition for how old this console is now. I think this came out in the early 90s maybe, if I remember correctly. But usually these joysticks are really worn out. This one's actually in pretty decent condition, and all the buttons work well. The back buttons work well. It's actually pretty clean, a little bit dirty on the back, but I can't expect a ton from a controller that's like 20 years old now. So I'm actually impressed with how this controller came out. Not too bad. And now let's look at these games. So first we got Wave Race 64. So let's just take it out of this little bag they got it in. And the sticker is actually in good condition. So is the back sticker. The pins on the inside can't really see very well. Maybe you can see them a little bit, but they actually look kind of dirty. But it probably still works. And second we got Diddy Kong Racing. So let's go ahead and take that one up and take a look at it. So it's kind of funny that it's actually rated KA. They used to rate games kids to adults for some reason. I don't really know why, but that was a rating. So Diddy Kong Racing, it's actually the sticker on the front is in pretty good condition. It's peeling off a little bit right there, but that's not bad. The back is peeling off a tiny bit, not bad. The pins look to be in pretty decent condition. I'm sure the game works. And then last but not least, we got Pokemon Stadium. The front sticker is really good condition actually. The only thing is that it's got Albert S. Lee, his name on it. I'm sure you could rub that off with some rubbing alcohol if you really wanted to. So I'm actually pretty surprised how good of condition all these Nintendo 64 items have been that I got from GameStop. Because usually I buy these things and everything's got in poor condition, the scratches or scuffs and stuff. And this thing has some of those things, but it's actually in pretty good condition for being 20 years old. So now the true test is plugging this thing in, plugging in the controller, and seeing if it actually still works. So let's go ahead and try that out. Alright guys, so I've got it all plugged in now. I got my AV cable plugged in. I got this big old power supply, which it's pretty funny because it's just like how it clicks in is really, it's interesting. I've seen it before, but it's still every time I see it, it's interesting because it's just a giant brick that plugs in. And you got your controller port right here. And I always found it cool that Nintendo 64 had 4 ports, so you can easily play with 4 players. So Nintendo 64 was truly for the people. So let's go ahead and put a game in and see if it actually works. Alright, so let's start with a wave race. Go ahead and put it in here in the slot, turn it on, and it should pop up on my TV, hopefully, if it works. And I hear some sound. Oh, there it is. So it is working. So we do know that the Nintendo works, so that's a good thing. So we press reset, it resets the console. Oh, nice. Look at that logo right there. I couldn't focus on it very fast, but maybe we can see that logo again if I just turn it on without a game. Or not. No game, you just get a blue screen. Alright, so let's try the other 2 games real quick and make sure that they actually work. So we got Diddy Kong Racing. Let's try that one first. Plug it in, turn it on. Got my controller. I'm still impressed with how well this joystick actually is. Most of the time these things are super loose, but this one's actually not bad. Alright, so this is actually concerning. I just turned it on. Diddy Kong was on, or plugged in, but it's not playing. So let me try, let's take that out real quick. Let's try Pokemon Stadium and see if that works. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. Turn it on. Oh, and I already heard Pikachu make a little noise, so it's working. So there we go. Nice. I don't really want to play that too long because don't want to get copyrighted by that music. But so Diddy Kong Racing did not work the first time I plugged it in. Maybe I should blow on it a little bit, blow on the cartridge. Classic days of pulling in the cartridge to get it to work. So push it in tight, make sure it's got all the contacts connected, and we got this little red light turns on when you got it to come on, and it looks like it's turning on now. Maybe. I've got a black screen. That's not good. So it actually recognized this time, but it's still a black screen. Maybe if I reset it, it'll come up. Or not. My TV is still a black screen, so let's try turning that off, and I'm gonna blow in the cartridge one more time. Hopefully you guys heard that, because that's a classic right there, is having to blow on your cartridge to get it to work, which you're actually not supposed to do, because that actually just makes the contacts dirtier. Oh, but it worked. Here it is. We got Diddy Kong Racing playing now. Dude, look at those graphics. It's actually, these graphics were really good for its age, but I mean, it's really funny how blocky they are. So here it is, guys. It actually worked. I had to blow it on a few times, which is unfortunate, but it is working. And yeah, dude, these graphics are hilarious. There are some quality games for the Nintendo 64. Alright, so let's go ahead and reset that, and I'm going to see if it actually pops up again. Make sure it wasn't just a fluke that it actually worked one time. Nope, here it is. So the game does work. That's a good thing. So all 3 games work. So we got Wave Race 64, Diddy Kong Racing, and Pokemon Stadium. I've never actually played any of these on the 64. It was just a better deal to buy this bundle with 3 games rather than just buying the console, because it was only $20 more for these 3 games, and if you buy these 3 games separately, it's like $40 in total. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Finally, an unboxing from GameStop went well. As you can see, just as a brief overcap, this console is actually pretty clean. It's got some scuffs and scratches, but I wouldn't expect much less considering this thing is like 20 years old. It came with a pretty clean controller. Like, this thing is actually really clean. The joystick is still pretty tight. It's not perfect, but it's not super loose like a lot of joysticks. And then it came with 3 games. All 3 games worked. Now, I did have a couple issues with Diddy Kong Racing. I had to blow in the cartridge 3 times to get it to work. But they're just trying to give me a throwback classic and let me experience the good old days, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and Remember to leave a like down below. If we get to 3,000 likes, I'll pick a random comment from this video to basically get a free Nintendo 64. And basically, you'll just send me the address you want me to send it to. I'll put it on GameStop's website, purchase it, and it'll send straight to you. And you know, you'll get a pretty sweet looking Nintendo 64.